competition and environment to be playing in?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. To be competing against one of the best English teams, and for a team to have reached three Champions League finals in 5 years, it's something to obviously relish and be really up for.
Peter?
So, James, where would this rank if you could get something from this game, even a draw, possibly a win?
Yeah, we rank right up there. That's what we want to obviously accomplish. We don't want to just take part in this competition. We want to establish ourselves in the competition and go toe to toe with the giants of Europe, and that requires us to be competing in every aspect of the game, especially the way we played against Napoli. We just got to go toe to toe with Liverpool tomorrow night.
Andrew?
James, how important is it that you get something out of this double header if you want to be playing European football after Christmas?
Yeah, obviously our aim is to continue playing European football after Christmas, and for that we need to take points, and we need to get points the best way we can, and we'll obviously give it our all tomorrow, and hopefully we can get a result.
Michael?
James, you've played a lot of big venues obviously over the years, but is it still a bit special to come into this place and see Anfield?
Yeah, very special. I think the last time I came here was 10 years ago, in a Youth Cup semi-final, which I was in the stands because I was just part of the squad. So to come back here with it all changing, it's a special stadium. And I know all the boys can't wait. So yeah, looking really forward to it.
Jordan?
James, the manager just revealed that Tom Lawrence is going to be out until at least after the World Cup. Can I just get your reaction to that? How big a blow is that?
Yeah, it's a big miss. He's made a huge impact into the squad since he joined us, and he's got great ability, great quality on the ball and even off the ball. How hard he works, but our squad is full of depth, and we've got players to obviously come in and play. But it's obviously a big loss, and hopefully he can be fully fit after the World Cup.
Lindsay?
Is there a temptation to be defensive tomorrow and try and hold back this Liverpool team, or you have to be brave on the ball?
I think it's a bit of both. We have to be brave on the ball. We know we've got one of the best front three players in the world as a trio, and we've got to try and keep them quiet the best way we can for as long as we can, and we've got to put our stamp on the game and try and create our own chances. So that's what we'll be looking to do. I'm sure they'll have a lot of the ball being at home, but we're going to try and obviously frustrate them and be brave on the ball when we do get it.
Matthew?
James, you linked well with Alfredo on Saturday to set him up for his goal. Do you sense that he's getting back to the level that he was at before his injury with all the work he's been doing? And what does Alfredo bring? What does he give Rangers on nights like these? Because European games seem to bring it best.
I think at the minute we've got two strikers who are in really good form. It obviously gives the boss a headache to select one of the two. But Alfred, obviously, he's getting to where he wants to be with his fitness and from his injuries, recovery from the operation that he had, and he's been working really hard on the training pitch, and it's been proven. Obviously at the weekend coming on and getting a goal, so he's been working really hard, and he offers us goals, and that's what both of our strikers have been doing. They've been scoring goals, so hopefully I can be of service to him tomorrow, or anybody else that given the chance, he can put the ball in the back of the net.
Alan?
What's it mean to you to lead Rangers into a first competitive clash against Liverpool, and were you surprised to learn that was the case that you played before?
Yeah, I was very surprised that we've not been down here, but yeah, it'll be a proud moment to captain this side, not only with it being a big Champions League night, but obviously coming back down to England and playing against one of the biggest teams down here, so it'd be very special, but I'm sure it'd be very special for everybody.
Andy?
James, obviously the first game of the group was a tough night in Amsterdam, but what did the game against Napoli do for you guys in terms of confidence that you can't compete with teams of this level?
Yeah, I think we learnt our lesson in Amsterdam. We, probably given them too much respect when they had the ball, and I think it was a night and day performance when we played against Napoli. If it wasn't for obviously the red card, the game could have been seen a little bit different. But we went toe to toe with them and we competed with them. And I think if we would have kept the 11 men, then the scoreline would have been different. But that's what we have to do going forward. Is really compete with the teams and not sit back.
Look.
James, did you look at the Liverpool game at the weekend, and if so, what areas do you think you can exploit? Do you have belief that you can make chances and make sure you can get on the front foot?
Yeah, I've seen the game. Brighton were obviously in top form, but we've obviously got to try and be brave on the ball, which Brighton were. They're a good possession side team, and we like to keep the ball, so that's what we have to do. Even if we lose it, we'd be still brave to be on the ball and obviously try and catch them out. Listen, they've obviously got a world-class 11, a world-class team, so we'll try and do our utmost best to break them down and obviously create our own chances.
Davies?
James, tomorrow night, is it about getting the balance right between knowing when to sit in and defend as a team, but also taking the opportunity to spring when it comes? How hard is it to maybe change from that mentality in Scotland where you're going to have 80% possession to a match like this where it could be the opposite?
Yeah, I think we've had majority of that in the European football that we played against, so we're really accustomed to that kind of football. It's obviously different to the Scottish League, but yeah, it's fine tuning obviously when to sit back and when to press, and obviously when to try and catch them on the counter attack or when to keep the ball. But the boss has really well drilled us. We've had a good week building up to this game, so yeah, we know what we have to do tomorrow, and we've just got to stick to the game plan.
On the back.
James, your brother's special playing Liverpool. What did he say about it? Was it blocked if his memory? Did you spoke to him about it? It's very good in terms of he knows what it's like.
Yeah, I obviously spoke to him soon after that game. Just wanted to ask obviously the comparisons between Liverpool and City, and basically it was a case of whenever they had a shot it was a goal, and this is the levels that you're playing against, world-class players, and if you give them a chance, 8 to 9 times out of 10 it's going to be in the back of the net, so we've just got to try and limit them chances, and that's what we've got to do, try and limit the chances and put our own stamp on it.
Just in terms of Ben Davies, obviously he's been at the club recently. Is he able to give you any insight into what you can expect here?
I think Ben's obviously spoke to a few of the lads. I think he's obviously spoke to the boss, but I think we all know by watching a lot of Premier League matches and Champions League games of how the Liverpool sides are and how Klopp wants his teams to play. So I don't think there'll be any new news coming to us.
Okay, thank you guys.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks.